Welcome to Geordie Lass and Doc Sass. One day, a Geordie and a Canadian walk into a bar and decide to start a podcast about relationships, and what a topic that is. No subjects are off limits. Get in touch today with us at geordielass.com or email info@geordielass.com and let us know what you think and what we should talk about. Welcome to podcast.
Oh, hello. Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, it's good. It is sunny and possibly a little too hot, but it just there was a heat dome. Tell me, Greece avoided the heat dome. What the hell just happened?
Well, yeah, we've just had a whole week of like unbearable temperatures. I don't think in the time that I've been here, I don't remember it ever being that hot. And I
Wow,
I think somebody said we reached like 34, 35,
that is
which is
insane.
hot.
For you, right? Because there's no
Yeah,
infrastructure for the heat.
no, there's no
Oh my
aircon,
God.
there's no, yeah.
Oh.
When you opened the windows, it was like nothing happening. It was just, yeah,
There was no wind.
nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely nothing. So we're supposed to
Ah.
get rain this week, which is the exact opposite of where we've been.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
but there was still a little bit of sunshine today, so I've done absolutely bugger all and just sat in the garden and made the most of it because I keep thinking it's going to disappear.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, but yes, I've
That's
spent
wonderful.
lots of time in my garden. I've got my planters out. I'm spending
Oh,
lots of time looking after my plant babies,
oh, nice.
which I'm very
Oh,
protective over.
yes. Oh my God. Yes, totally. You know, because you'd sent me a picture of your garden just
Yeah,
the other week, and for the
my
first
happy
time,
place.
oh my God, your garden furniture, and I'd heard about it. It is so beautiful.
It's
And
nice, isn't it?
God, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
just amazing.
Get
Anyways,
absolutely nothing done in the summer because you just want to sit outside and chat
but you know
or
what?
take in a
Everything
little
has its
drink.
season,
It does
everything in
indeed.
its
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And enjoying the sun is super important for
It's
us
very good
people.
for vitamin D, isn't it? We need to,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm just
And mood,
prescribing health and wellness.
please. Mood and just, like, and that is, it's so funny, like when we were kids, right? And our parents were
Yeah,
like, get outside because it's sunny. And when
yeah,
it's rainy, then you can work on your video games and all that sort of stuff. It's true,
yeah.
except now we're getting distracted by all sorts of dumb things. But get outside.
It's
Yes.
true. This is true. Can't believe in the 50s you used to just kind of park the car at the bottom of the garden and you can leave your kids there
Oh,
all day. It sounded like.
I remember because there were four of us, right? And my parents were poor and we didn't have babysitting. So I remember they had to go to like a school meeting at night. They took all of us in the station wagon and they were like, okay, guys, don't misbehave. And they left us in the car for like 3, 4 hours, just in the parking lot. It must have been from like 7 to like 10 at night. Yeah. 1980s. Anyways,
Those were the days, weren't they?
those
There
were
was
the
nobody to
days.
publicly shame you on Facebook,
Oh my God, no kidding.
which is what would
Right
happen
now,
now.
like you keep a dog in the car and you're,
Yeah,
canceled. But
yeah,
gosh,
that's it.
as
Yeah,
one should be.
yeah.
Absolutely. Oh.
Named and
So
shamed
Will,
publicly.
oh my gosh. Oh, there's so much public shame, but maybe that's another podcast.
Yeah.
So, what do we have in store for us today at the relationship
Okay.
correspondence desk?
Yeah, well, I'm bringing you a local story from Jersey, actually. So I
Ah.
read this about a week or maybe 2 weeks ago, and I thought, oh, I'm going to save that up and I'm going to share it with the lovely listeners. It was a really lovely story about a couple that met in Jersey. So they first met when they were working at a hotel over here, which is called Lahore Manor. And they have just returned after 50 years of marriage to celebrate their wedding anniversary. And they stayed in exactly the same hotel. And they met because one of the girls was out with a friend. I can't remember if I think she was working there. When they went out late, they came back and the door had been locked. And
Oh.
so they were trying to there was a window around the back, so they tried to kind of climb in. And this
Oh.
guy came and kind of approached them, who also worked at the hotel, and was obviously kind of asking what they were doing. and then he kind of tried to help them out, and that's how they met. So he helped them break
Oh,
into the hotel.
oh, I love that.
But
And
yeah, they
y
both worked there, and then yeah, got married, and then came back 50 years later to celebrate their wedding
oh,
anniversary. How cute is that?
oh, it's so cute. Especially the way they started, right? Scandal, they were having to probably hide
Yeah,
their relationship. Ooh,
yeah,
that
yeah,
stress of being found out and being that young
yeah.
love, forbidden
I
love.
know.
Then now, rock solid 50 years.
Yeah,
Wow. Now they're
and
just enjoying
nice
the
to come
sound
back
of
as
each
a
other's
guest and not be working there.
well, that's true. Good God, yeah.
Experience it the other way.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Oh, that's a wonderful story.
It's sweet, isn't
We
it? I
are
thought, oh, how cute. We love things like that.
yeah. Oh, marriage season is kicking off. It's the
It
right
sure
time for
is.
them.
And I know all about that because I'm in the thick of it.
Oh, yeah, that's amazing, that's
There is
amazing.
not long to go. Not long to go.
How does it feel, like, the just a couple of months till your wedding? Like, what's that feeling like?
It's quite surreal, I would say. Yeah, I
Oh.
almost like, so my other half asked me the other day and he was like, how are you feeling about the wedding? I was like, well, that feels like a big question.
Yeah.
And I just said, I feel like I'm planning a wedding for somebody else. Like, so
Oh,
bizarre. Can't explain it.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How do you, um, plan in your own being present at your own wedding? That's the thing, my mom would, sew wedding gowns and bridal
Yeah.
she's a very talented, seamstress, and so, I just saw a bunch of brides just disassociated through the whole time, and they just were so stressed out that they didn't enjoy their wedding. They weren't even
Yeah.
present, and I
I
thought,
think
"How
there's
do
so much
you"
pressure on brides, particularly, because
Mm,
people aren't really turning up to see what the guy looks like in his suit, are they?
no,
They're generally
correct.
turning up to see what the bride looks like in her dress with her full hair, makeup, what are her
Oh.
shoes like? Like every little bit is
Oh,
kind of scrutinized, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
so I feel like there's this kind of pressure on brides, um, yeah, to just like get it perfect and to be
Mm,
perfect and to
huh,
slim down, tone up, blah blah blah, which is
oh,
totally the wrong time because we're just approaching summer now, and all I want to do is eat and drink
yeah.
wine.
Yeah, 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 completely, completely.
So yeah,
Oh,
it's a
oh,
lot. It's a lot.
oh my gracious.
And there's so
Oh,
many details as well. This is the thing. Like, you think, oh, it's fine. We haven't got that much left. And you start writing a list of things and you're like, you've still got
oh,
tons of things left.
right, right, right. Oh gosh.
So, yeah,
Oh, wow. Wow.
trying
Oh,
to
wow.
enjoy it and embrace it all at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. And I know that I trust that you will be able to not stress the small stuff and just there'll always be little things that are like, "Oh, that didn't work out. Oh, that wasn't
Yeah.
ready in time." But you know what? Rolling with the small things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Once the day comes, that's it. It's kind of out of your
Yeah.
control, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's time to
Exactly.
enjoy it once you get into that last few weeks, I think.
100%. Ooh,
Yeah.
yes. Nice.
Yes.
Oh. Well, okay.
Would you like to move on to a hot topic?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, I've got a great hot topic for you this week.
Oh, nice. Ah.
So, today's hot topic: are elaborate sleep routines ruining your relationship?
Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Like,
Oh,
one of the first things is, like, there is we know very well from the sleep literature that over scrutiny of your sleep with all your wearables and all your data is bad for your
yeah,
sleep,
yeah.
but it goes so much more, so tell me more. I think I'm gonna, like,
Yeah, so I think
hell
like
yeah to all of this.
well, part of the challenge is like where we're almost kind of utilizing sleep for this, like it's this golden kind of nugget thing, isn't it? Right? It's
Mhm.
the golden goose. We all want to have like perfect sleep where
Yeah,
we have been told over and over and over again about how important sleep is and how we
yeah,
need to get enough of it. None of us are getting enough of it. And it
yeah,
needs to be the right quality and it can't just be this, it has to be that. And you need to get up and
yeah,
set your circadian rhythm every day and you need
yeah.
to kind of
Sleep
de-stress, have your
maximum.
nighttime routine. You need this
Yeah.
bridge that takes you from the day to the night and
Oh, the
it
bridge. Yes.
the
Yeah,
bridge, yeah, the
yeah.
golden bridge.
Oh my god.
And it's just like it feels so intense. And then I think we've taken it one step further because it's now not just about sleep optimization, and your 10-point plan to get you to sleep, we've started to introduce all these beauty life hacks as well
Oh,
to help
yeah.
us with sleep, which is,
Oh,
things like
yeah.
people having hair masks or curling things or
Oh, yeah.
overnight masks. Like, so you think like, where's the space for romance if you're kind of, you've got your eye mask, your face mask, your hair mask, like there just isn't any space to be able to kind of have a
Oh
nice
my
hug
God.
and say goodnight and
Yes.
leave any
I
space
have
for any sort of intimacy.
always wondered. It's so too. Because I kinda, went down the rabbit hole of, like, a lot of TikTok during the pandemic, and I just saw a lot of women, like, posting their nighttime routines and what they looked
Yeah.
like before bed, and I was like, "How is sex going on?" And I was like, "I don't think it is." And that's the whole thing, like, I don't think it is. It
No.
it just the thing that made me really sad is I'm like, you're trying to optimize how you look in the daytime
Yeah.
by taking measures at night that may be driving a wedge between you and your partner for emotional and physical intimacy at bed. Uh, and and what's the point? And then I think, what's the point?
Yeah.
Now, the one thing I will say is that, like, now interesting because us women and men, we have different times of day where we feel frisky.
Mm.
Women usually at night, men usually in the morning. So in fact, actually, a lot of us make a lot of mistakes by kind of saving intimacy at night because actually sometimes we're tired or maybe our man is already snoring by the time we finish our nighttime routine to go to
By the
bed.
time you've done your
So,
20-point plan.
oh my God, 100%. So, I mean, there is the option of having like that sexual intimacy like during the day or during the morning. Us
Mm.
women, we don't often feel as frisky. Oh my God, my breath isn't great. The drastic light of day is making my like I don't know, my cellulite look bad and all this sort of stuff. But
Mm.
so there is a workaround, but I have always wondered what the hell do these women do
Yeah.
at night?
Yeah.
I think it gets in the way. Am I being a boomer?
I think it's just like there's so much pressure to, well, whether it's getting the perfect sleep or whether it's having the perfect skin and hair, and there's just all of this pressure, and that's even if we are kind of sleeping in the same bedroom. We've got all these other
Oh,
things where
oh,
people are kind of opting to have separate bedrooms because of snoring, because of kind of
tossing, turning,
insomnia, kind of, yeah.
night
um
shifts.
Yeah,
Yep.
like
Baby
feeling
care.
hot
Yep.
and bothered in the middle of the night. Like, so there's all
Oh,
that. Or maybe you're sleeping with two separate duvets. So isn't
yeah.
that the
Yeah.
Scandinavian way of sleeping? So you don't kind of disturb each
Oh,
other in the middle of the night and you don't have somebody that hogs a duvet. I did go on a trip recently with a friend, and she turns into a clam in the middle of the night and just literally scoops the whole of the duvet up. Like, please could I have some? It would be nice.
that's so cute.
But she
It's
also
true.
does a little tap dance routine in the middle of the night as well. Who knew?
Oh my God, that's so cute. Turns to a tap dancing clam. That's so
She
cute.
is a tap dancing clown.
Oh, that's
So
so
I can
cute.
understand maybe there are times when you need a separate bedroom. But I think there's all of these the I guess the point is you've got all of these kind of things that are working against you to have those kind of intimate moments. And what you're saying is actually maybe there's like maybe there's an alternative, maybe there's a different way. Um I've heard some kind of experts saying we shouldn't, when we're going on kind of like a date at night, you shouldn't leave kind of sex until the end of the night because who can be bothered after a three-course meal and a bottle of
Having
wine
pasta
and
Alfredo
yeah.
and wanting to get
So
yeah.
yeah. So the alternative is to actually kind of allow a bit more time when you're getting ready and have
Yes.
your little quickie before you go out.
Yes. Cheers. 3 cheers to the quickie before you go out. Absolutely. Yeah. Because it just that feeling of disappointment that one or both partners has at the end when they were hoping that there would be some intimacy, but there's not because there wasn't intention. It's just that a certain time of night.
Yeah,
Let me just
yeah.
also say that, like, when you go out, what I find is it's not how much food you eat, it's how much water you drink because of all the salt in the meal because,
Mm.
there's a lot of salt in food outside. So you're just like this big have you tried has anybody tried to snog with, like, a massive belly full of water? I have, and you can hear it. So, yeah,
Ah,
so many, like, Having a little drink, an
Oh,
après at home before you go out, love the quickie, then go out, have the big dinner, big salt, big wine, big
yeah.
water, come back,
And then sleep it
gurgling
off.
and jurgling.
Yeah. And lie there in pain
I know.
before
But be
being there
like, "Oh,
after a
well, we
lovely
shagged
meal.
before, so we're cool." Yeah, that's awesome. So,
Oh,
I think with all these, like, routines is just this I don't wanna be like this, like, but there's always a product to sell and all these things, and I can assure you, like,
mm,
none of this has evidence. All of
yeah.
this obsession with, like, life maxing, sleep maxing, etcetera, and the beauty maxing, like, none of it has evidence.
Mm,
You might as well just wash your face with water, throw on just, like, place a little bit of Nivea cream or something. I don't know, I'm just saying Nivea because I like it, and just, just go to bed. And, like,
other
nothing, just
moisturizers do exist.
yeah, 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 yes, yes, they do exist, but you don't have to get fancy. Do you need the masks? I don't know. But, like, what is I don't know, what is it all for? What is all this
Yeah.
for? And we forget our partner. Like, it's so funny. We our partner is the person we wanna impress, although a lot of women, a lot of us want to impress the ladies in our lives.
Mm.
In the daytime, we wanna look amazing.
I think we're
We wanna
living in a trend society, aren't we, where there's a trend for everything.
yeah.
And there's a new trend that comes out kind of
Mhm.
every 2 minutes, and we live in this kind of social media platform land where it's
Yeah.
all kind of there. So you see something new to try kind of constantly. Um,
Mhm.
I mean, 12 months ago, you wouldn't have even heard of a Korean face mask that you leave on overnight, would
No.
you? But
Yeah.
now, I mean, you're nobody if you're not wearing them at least once or twice a
Indispensable.
week.
And I know
So
those
there's
TikTok
all of these,
videos. There's
and the
so yeah.
electronic face masks. People are going to bed with those.
Oh my god. It's
They look like
insanity.
Darth Vader.
They do. It's so weird. The thing is, like, I'm like, "Guys, just everybody's got AI now. Just ask your favorite AI engine, like, what is the evidence behind this infrared mask or the whatever,
Yeah.
whatever." It's like, what do research dermatologists say about these things?
Oh,
Unless
yeah.
they have shares in these companies, most dermatologists are gonna say it's very, very simple. SPF, retinol, okay, retinol at night. Okay, if you're gonna do one thing, retinol at night, and then just a moisturizer.
Yeah.
SPF, retinol. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. But
I
yeah,
think we like all the stuff though. There's some
we
kind of
it feels
psychology that
good.
makes you feel weirdly better by kind of having all of this access
You
to all
do.
of this stuff and believing the
I
hype.
know. No,
I'm
no,
like
for
an
sure.
advertiser's dream. I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. Get me some of that.
Yeah. Oh, I love those like, those like those TikTok videos of like women in these perfectly curated tiny apartments and they've
Yeah.
got like a place for everything, everything in its place and
Yeah.
little gadgets and they
Yeah.
do their after work routine where they're going and preparing some food, putting their
Yeah.
shoes away, doing their little skincare, and they've got these little
Living the
cute little
best life.
gadgets and gadgets. Oh my god, totally. I want all the things. I want my life to look as orderly and clean and little face things and
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
course I do.
Yeah.
Um but our relationship is so precious and it slips out of our fingers and it can slip out of our fingers because of our wanting to live a life that we see on social media and it happens
Yeah.
all the time. And you
Well, it's
can't
the
wait
external, isn't
tomorrow.
it? Versus kind of looking at what's in your immediate sphere, what's kind of
Yeah,
there, how is the connection cultivated and grown and supported? It's kind of, and if we're living this life, that's kind of, we're creating this perfect curated life, but it actually doesn't involve our partner because we've got kind of all of these things that are very
totally.
kind of isolating activities,
Yeah,
then it's understandable, then that connection just isn't there anymore. It's coming at a
totally.
kind of detriment, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And our man doesn't care what we put
Yeah.
on our face and what it looks like. They don't notice. Like I really don't want to sort of like focus on sort of gender tropes, but really like try asking him, have you noticed that I've been using this cucumber peel thing, whatever, whatever on the
Yeah.
infrared mask? And that's not even a blinded question. Like he knows that you're doing a bunch of stuff. I don't he'll probably
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, yeah, I guess it looks better." But like really, honestly, has it moved the
Yeah.
needle? What if we had spent a couple of nights of those, past 10 nights shagging? How would you feel about my face then? Lot better. Much better.
It's looking great, honey, looking great.
Looking way better. I know, honestly. Yeah.
Mm.
So I feel very strongly, as you can tell, about focusing on what's important and the thing that's right in front of you that
Yeah.
it will not wait for us to pay attention to it.
She's passionate about passion.
Oh, I'm passionate about passion. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah,
Oh,
ditch the 10-point sleep plan and just get into bed. Have a nice hug. See what happens.
oh, lie next to each other and see what happens.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Naked.
advice from a long time ago.
Exactly. Ah, ah.
Okay, would you like a listener's question?
Oh, yes, let's go.
Today's question. My partner said some really hurtful things during an argument a couple of weeks ago. They've apologized and we've moved on, but I honestly can't stop replaying the words in my head. How do I let go of something that was said in anger in the moment?
Oh, we coach a lot of people who,
Mm.
fighting is normal, arguments are
Yeah,
normal, conflict is normal.
yeah,
What's tough is like the below the belt, above the belt line. And that's a really important line. We cross it a lot. But like when you say words that are below the belt,
yeah.
you can't unsay them.
No, I
Been there,
know.
done that.
Yeah.
But just observing, um,
We were at a barbecue at the weekend and somebody said to us, "Oh, I bet you two never argue, I bet you never fight." Like everybody does.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
don't believe just because you look at us and we're kind of, happy,
totally.
we're smiling, we're chatting to each other, we're affectionate. Like, we still hold hands like 10 years in. Like, don't misunderstand that for the fact that we can't sometimes upset each other or say things that are hurtful or react
Yeah,
or respond in a certain way that we didn't mean to. Like, don't
yeah.
mistake any of that. Like, we all sit in this space.
Oh,
Um, some of us more often than others.
yes.
Sometimes in the beginning it can happen quite a lot until you're figuring things out between each
Oh,
other.
yeah,
But yeah, these situations do happen in the majority of couples.
yeah.
Um, and maybe if they don't now, they have existed at some stage. It's just that you found a way to actually
Oh,
coexist without pissing each other off on a regular
yeah,
basis.
yeah,
But yeah, it does
yeah,
happen. And as you say, sometimes we can go just a step too far. And,
yeah.
whether it's the ego at play or we're desperate to win the argument or, we're triggered by something in the moment and we kind of lash out and say something because we know that it's gonna kind of hit hard and we've kind of done it, but it happens so quickly, doesn't it?
It's
That
so
I don't
so
know that
quickly.
we're necessarily really thinking about it. We're not kind of, we're not sitting there thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna say this and it's deliberately gonna hurt my partner." It's like a split-second decision that kind of happens, isn't it?
It is, and for people who have various forms of emotional dysregulation and impulse control issues, folks who experience ADHD, anger management, and just the run of the mill, so we coach a lot of people on that on there's a split second, there's
Mm,
microseconds of you have
yeah,
2 choices.
yeah,
That response react, you can
yeah.
react, and we know what words will come out of your mouth that way, or you can process a bit and it's ninja level stuff to work up
Mm,
to, but there is a slow and steady process you can work through to start to quickly assess, you know, what am I feeling right now? What kind of
yeah.
words are coming up? Why are those the best words to choose? Might I choose other words? Might I choose
Mm,
to pause and move away from the situation? Usually
yeah,
just
yeah,
a get away and get out so you
yeah.
can kind of stop something before you say something you will regret. So we do a lot of work with this. What's interesting is that this listener, it sounds like this might have been the first time that happened. It sounds like they were very shocked, and this is not a pattern.
Possibly,
And
yeah.
so, I mean, this is an interesting opportunity because, they're calling in and saying, what do I do? I
Mm,
can't unhear these incredibly hurtful words." And presuming that maybe it's a first time or maybe this is an opportunity for the couple to grow, this person has the opportunity to invite their partner to a conversation.
mm,
And I wonder how now my I think what's really important is after the dust has settled and after initial apologies have been made, it is important to revisit to say, okay, this has been tremendously hurtful. These words are incredibly sticky.
Mm,
And you can face a lot of defensiveness with your partner because they want this, they're feeling horrible and they want this to go away, right? So,
yeah.
unfortunately, continuing to talk about it is really painful for the other partner who didn't intend to hurt you, but there they did, you know.
Mm,
And so it can be a helpful moment though to stick with this to figure out what do we learn from this so that we can be in conflict or we can be in confrontation in a more healthy way in the
mm,
future.
yeah.
So how would you advise a couple with this kind of situation in front of them? How would they move through communication to
I
reset?
think, yeah, there's another way of kind of looking at it. I think the communication bit is helpful. We would always kind of encourage that and having that conversation about how do we get there, kind of what did I say that prompted you to go that far?
Mhm,
If what you're saying is true and this isn't kind of normal, regular behavior and it's come out of the
mhm,
blue and it's a bit of a surprise, and I'd be
mhm,
kind of like, well, what did I do that really kind of upset you in that moment that caused you to kind of cross
mm,
that line and
mhm,
go as far as you did? So that's kind of one angle.
mhm.
The other angle is then sharing, look, the impact on me has been quite tremendous. I
Ah,
can't get out of my head. I haven't been able to for the last 2 weeks. And
yeah,
it's had like a major impact on how I feel about us and the relationship because I'm sure
yeah,
that it will have done if it's
ah,
been kind of
of
sticking
course.
around for that long. So that's kind of one approach to kind of start the conversation and to just say, look, what steps can we put into place so that we don't actually
Mm,
get there in future? Like, is there a way we
yeah,
want to kind of navigate it when we're in the heat of the moment? Is it a case of, right, things are going too far, let's just pause,
mm,
take time
mm,
out? Or is it a case of we have like a particular word that we say that just kind of
ah,
triggers the
ah,
brain to go, actually, this feels like a little bit dicey?
yeah,
So they're kind of some options. I think the other thing I would say is like let's focus on the listener who's kind of writing in. They're saying, "Look, I've been holding on to this for 2 weeks. I'm replaying it, and I can't get it out of my mind." Like my question is, kind of, how helpful is that to your kind of happiness and well-being? Holding on to something that you absolutely cannot change. We cannot travel in time.
no,
So by holding yourself in that space from 2 weeks ago and you're kind
mm,
of
mm,
replaying the record over and over again, you're almost kind of like a prisoner to your own kind of thoughts, aren't you? Because you're holding yourself in this time, in this space that made you feel pretty dreadful by the sounds of it. Um, so what is it about it that you can't, what's the reason that you can't let go? Why is this kind of such a tragic thing for you? And it's probably to do with some boundaries, I would have thought, in terms of kind of why they feel kind of so bad. Or as you say, maybe it is kind of shock. Well, I didn't realize that they had it in them. Like, is that really what they think?
ah.
So we can go through all these different scenarios about what it actually means for the relationship. But I would look for some alternative evidence that demonstrates that what you're thinking isn't true.
Agreed. And listen, if you are unable to let go, that can actually be a safety mechanism. That can be a part of you that's saying a line was crossed, and to the point of other evidence, it is actually tracking with other things that I have been noticing but didn't want to bring to my consciousness. But if we sort of bring various things together, especially if the relationship is rather new, like in the first 6, 12
Mm,
months, this may be that initial kind of grooming thing where somebody starts to have their true colors show, especially if you've been love bombed and now kind of they start to say some mean, unkind things,
mm,
for example. So, for example, if we happen to be in that love bombing narcissistic sort of thing where it starts to become that negative sort of manipulation, if you that can be that get out sign. But
yeah.
okay, so get out if you if certainly if that's happening. But um, if not, I think the thing is too is that like the past traumas of things you heard from your parents, things you've heard from other exes, real tender wounds that you've done some work to try to kind of heal, but they're still, if you poke them hard enough, they'll really hurt. So it
Mm,
is important to say like am I hurt because of today, or is this an old hurt that is being poked?
Yeah.
And what kind of work is this calling me to do?
Mm.
Because chances are your partner probably just stepped in the hornet's nest and didn't mean to hit an old wound,
Yeah.
but they did.
This is the challenge with relationships, isn't it? It's just this delicate dance that goes on, kind of,
Yeah.
and we're all trying to make it kind of the happiest dance possible. But sometimes, it turns into
Oh,
something that you actually kind of really desperately want to get away from, or it's making you unhappy in the moment. Because we've
oh,
all got this kind of stuff that just happens below the surface.
yeah.
It
No, absolutely.
makes us unique and lovely
Yeah.
and special, but also
Yeah, yeah.
presents some challenges, right? Because there isn't a manual on how to deal with any of this, because
Mm-mm.
we can all face things and view things in such a different perspective.
It's amazing our capacity to hurt somebody else and to be
Mm,
hurt by somebody else
yeah,
profoundly. Yeah.
yeah,
And the reality is, like, at some point in time, like, 2 weeks, okay, maybe 2 weeks isn't long enough. You may be really seething and say, "Look, I think I need just another couple of weeks to be absolutely shell-shocked and pissed off
yeah,
because I have a longer processing time." In which
yeah,
case, but at some point in time, you gotta have an agreement with yourself to say, "It's either shit or get off the pot." If this is
yeah,
something that is like a mortal injury, relationship is over, that is okay. That can happen.
yeah, yeah.
Um, or there has to be a track to healing, but there can't
Mm,
be an eternal purgatory.
no, no,
And that's what we commonly do is we kind of just create this internal purgatory where we haven't forgiven and there is no track to forgiveness. And
mm,
we kind of just make our partner kind of be reminded of this
yeah,
frequently. It's not to say that you don't deserve it. You were really hurt, but it just doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help you
yeah.
to not
I think
resolve
that's the
this
thing, because
somehow.
I mean, the feelings are very valid, right? Like, if you're
Oh,
feeling annoyed because of something that your partner said, you can't be absolutely seething inside.
yeah,
And that is a perfectly valid reaction to something
yeah,
that where you feel kind of really, really wounded. Um,
yeah.
I remember with my ex-husband during mediation, actually, which is quite ironic. Um, he said something that was like, oh, well, below the belt, like, and I still always can't forget about
In
that to this day.
mediation.
But it's just like the feeling that you get inside, which is like, oh my God. Like, and I'm sure that I hurt him many times in our relationships. It wasn't kind of
Mm,
one sided, but it was a bit of a surprise because he wasn't that type of person. Um, but that feeling inside, like, it's raw and
mm,
it is damaging and it is painful. So totally kind of acknowledge to go through that isn't really nice, but it is a case of looking longer term to say, right, okay, how do I get out of this state? Because
mm.
being in that state and kind of sitting with that annoyance for too long is actually quite destructive. It's the type of energy that we would say is catabolic energy. So it will slowly break down the relationship over time if we stay there for too long.
Yeah.
And we want to kind of be in more of an anabolic energy state where we want to kind of, have things, be built up and to experience happiness and joy and kind of all of those things that we
Mm,
actually want and desire in a relationship.
mm. Oh, totally. And, like, out of the hardest things can come the greatest lessons, and so,
Mm,
the thing that I will say is that there's no doubt, nobody has a doubt about the amount of hurt that this has caused.
yeah,
I don't think that we can emphasize how important communication is to this couple,
yeah,
and so sometimes stepping in a major shitstorm can be that thing that makes both parts of the couple realize, like, it is so important to, practice restraint and decorum and love and affection and forethought
yeah,
and intention in our communication. And if we have issues with our impulse control, as I do, big time, then we got to work on it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's how do you get kind of that level of respect for your partner, especially during
Mm.
some of those really difficult conversations. Um,
Yeah.
and sometimes it is maybe just as simple as speaking a little bit slower.
Oh,
Because the
yeah.
faster we speak, then the
Yeah.
easier it is
Yeah.
for stuff to slip out that we didn't even intend to.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, taking a
Totally.
few pauses, speaking slowly, really considering the words. Everything's a choice in life,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
choose those words sometimes not. actively, which is part of the problem.
Totally. It can also be helpful, like, just because you're fighting doesn't mean you have to be sort of warring on opposite sides. So some
Mm,
people may choose to have, and the thing is, like, you're fighting or are you disagreeing? You're definitely disagreeing. How you disagree, like, is there something preventing you from keeping holding a hand or a hand on the
mm,
lap or a hand on the shoulder? Like, we often tend to retreat with our body and we tend to kind of shell up
yeah.
and kind of become the adversary. But if there's
Yeah, but
anything that keeps you
yeah,
connected,
I understand that though, because you want to clearly
you want to get away.
demonstrate that you are
Yeah.
pissed off and annoyed. And,
Yeah.
by doing that, the easiest thing to do is to completely withdraw from the situation and to go, no, I'm not having any of it. I need space now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I get it. I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
But equally to your point is kind of how do we then recover from that position if there isn't
Yeah.
any kind of olive branch that goes out there?
Yeah. Yeah. No, completely. And it's the thing that, like, maybe that kind of string of civility that just reminds us that when we're feeling so cornered and backed up against the wall, and wherever our need to be right comes from, and
Mm,
it's not generally ego, it's often like, you know, a lot of us suffered consequences when we were wrong, when we were proven
yeah,
wrong, because other people would manipulate us and, "Oh, see?" That sort of thing.
yeah,
So, if your relationship is a safe place, you don't have to be right in order to be safe.
yeah,
You could be wrong. You're still loved. You're still,
yeah.
you know, your partner's still with you. So, what is that string of civility that you guys can keep and both hold on to
It's
as
a
you're
real
navigating?
admirable quality, isn't it, to be able to kind of have something, have a situation and come back and you've done something that maybe wasn't kind of the best and to be able to just kind of, straight away kind of fess up and go, look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't talk to you in that way. Like it's a real kind of strength. My two kids are really good at it actually.
Oh,
And I'm always super impressed that they can kind of,
oh,
come back and go, look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap or
oh.
shouldn't have said those words that I said. Like and it's such a really strong quality to be able to have in life, I think, to just fess up and say, "Look, I didn't mean it."
I'm gonna give you huge props because to be to have come out of the house of your childhood and feel that it is safe to say I'm sorry, like without any
Mm,
disclaimers, not the sorry but,
yeah.
it's amazing. I'm just saying, Sarah, you're an amazing mom.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm
Just
sure it's by
saying.
fluke.
2 out of 2 kids have come
I
out
take no
with
credit.
that's amazing. I love that, I love that, I
I
love to
think it
hear
was
that.
do as I say and not as I do. Took me a long time
Sure.
to learn how to apologize.
Well, but the thing is that when you were like, we just have to ask ourselves, when we were small, was it safe to apologize?
Yeah. No.
And in many of our households, it was not, because the
Yeah.
apology would have been used against us as a
Yeah.
weakness. And
Yeah.
so, just saying, but and that's where you can, it really is like your partnership is starting a new culture. This is
Yeah.
not your parents, this is not your ex, this is this partner.
Mm,
And we often, because of our past trauma responses, we're activated again, and then we paint our current situation with the same paint
yeah.
color as our prior experiences. We're selling ourselves short, we're selling our partner short.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there
And it is really important if somebody does apologize not to then kind of use it against them or kind of
oh,
weaponize it or kind of, put
yeah,
it on the scoreboard. And I think it's just with
absolutely.
grace and humility, just accepting that and saying thank
It
you.
it is.
And then it's gone. Like that
It
slate
has
needs
to
to be
be.
wiped clean as quickly as
It
possible.
has to be.
So, because there's
I
absolutely no
mean,
merit in keeping it up there.
yeah. This person may have to ask a few times, "Look, like, the words that you said, like, it sounded so real and it hits upon one of my big
Yeah.
insecurities. Like, how do I know that you don't believe that?" It's such a hard,
Yeah.
like, the thing is there's no answer to that, but
Mm,
at the same time, our listener has the right to ask, and maybe the partner might say, "Look,
yeah.
I know that I couldn't fully rest your soul at ease because you heard those words. I truly just those words came out and they just did not come from a real place. They just kind of
Yeah.
came out from like, I just wanted this to end. I wanted to throw a grenade in the room and I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
threw the thing out and I didn't even think. And it's not, you know, usually in this kind of repair conversation, we have to have something to say, like, is there substance behind those words? And there
Yeah.
wasn't. And you have to believe them and move on. Like,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah. Yeah.
reality.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Mm.
lots of things in relationships. It's not easy.
Oh, God. No.
One day at a time.
Yes. Yes. One day at a time. Those
Yeah.
big girl pants.
Oh,
Having to pull
I'm
them
sick
up
of
and
wearing big girl pants now.
I know. Oh my
Oh.
gosh. Just want to take them off and run around with that
Yeah.
pants for a while. But yeah,
Yeah.
the big girl pants. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Oh.
we're with you, dear listener. So,
Yes.
like,
We are.
literally every single one of these things, I'm like, oh, yeah, been there, done that. Oh, yes. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Still doing it a lot of the time. Getting
Yeah.
better, but no angel.
No.
Yeah.
Not of us all though. Yeah.
The
We
only
live in
reason
this
why I'm
kind of
glad for yeah. Oh, sorry.
com
Oh no, I was just saying like the only reason why I'm glad for the things that I'm good at or nice about is that it can kind of offset some of the things that make me such a pain in the ass to be with. My redeeming quality is only like even the score, thank God.
Oh, I'm sure you're absolutely beautiful to live with.
I am, and sometimes not. I'm trying to work on the not parts.
None of us can be perfect all the time.
No. You
No,
get very close though,
doesn't happen.
as your man
Doesn't
has said.
happen.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Oh, okay. So what's
Yeah.
on your agenda next?
I might have something to eat, some
Mm,
fresh fruit of the season. And actually now I'm kind of, as the sun is kind of setting into the evening sky, I'm thinking of all the people out there who are getting ready for their wedding this summer. We're in the
mm,
season. It's last minute. It's last couple of weeks. It is. So to everybody taking that commitment, I say bravo and focus on what matters.
yeah, definitely. Yes.
Yeah.
And enjoy your day.
Enjoy
And
your
spend
day.
some
Doesn't
time with
matter what
your husband, wife, whoever on the day of your wedding,
during the
if
day.
possible. Yeah.
Yes, it is the day. It's costing you
Yeah.
$50,000. I'm just saying. Maybe more.
Yeah.
Is that an antiquated is that like a 10-year-old figure? Probably.
Uh, it depends where you're doing and what you're doing, but
Depends
yeah,
on where
they're
you're doing it.
they are bloody
It's
expensive.
expensive.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah, it's expensive. Enjoy your day together. Just
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as much as possible.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Nice. Oh,
Okay. Till next time.
till next time.
So that's it for another week of Geordie Lass and Doc Sass. We hope you've enjoyed listening as much as we've enjoyed chatting. Get in touch and share your questions for relationship remedies and any hot topics you want us to cover. If you need help navigating all things relationships, Anna and Sarah are available for one-on-one coaching support. Email info@geordielass.com. Please remember to like, share, subscribe if you've enjoyed listening. And if you've not, how on earth have you made it this far? I promise we'll try harder next time.